Good blessed Friday morning, February the 26th, 2021. It's about 6:44 a.m. Up praying this morning, thanking God for allowing me to be able to wake up with a mind to think about others. Asking praying in the city of Chicago, where I was born and raised, that all the violence that be happening on the weekend and during the weekdays, I ask and pray that it stop. I ask and pray that the violence here in Southeast Missouri and every place else around the world stop. I ask and pray that the black people wake up and let's clean up our neighborhoods. Let's get rid of all of this violence. You know, just like early this morning, here is the city of Charleston. They got the street sweeper out early this morning. Let's do the same thing in our neighborhoods, y'all. All right. Now, that's a good man. He do his job. Look at that. The city done bought a new one now. We see they got money, y'all. Let's get some new police down here. Let's get some blacks on here before the end of Black History Month. You know, I don't look down on the man that's driving that. He just doing his job. He's sweeping it up. I ain't gonna complain about that little piece of paper because his truck probably couldn't pick it up. But anyway, y'all, just like that street sweeper is sweeping up these streets here and cleaning it up, we don't have to wait on a black president, a Spanish president. We don't have to wait on nobody to get elected into the White House. You see, no matter who elected into the White House, do y'all see how many murders that it is continues to be? Now, do y'all see what just happened? I think, was it over in Libya? Syria? Well, the United States and just went over there and bombed them, but yet you got Ku Klux Klans all over in this city. If you look at World War II when they was fighting Adolf Hitler, these millionaires that's still alive, that's generations of people, they were supporting Adolf Hitler. You see what I'm saying? But what I want to just really say, y'all, because I don't want to stay long, because I don't want to lose the attention of people. It's a critical issue. It ain't COVID-19. You see what I'm saying? It ain't the police study killing blacks every day. These is issues now. It ain't white folks hanging us and locking us up for no justifiable reason. That's an issue. But the biggest issue is we study depending on these same black individuals that call themselves leaders in our neighborhood. Now, let's just go to Charleston, Missouri. You just seen that truck that went by here. Now, I believe you have two blacks that work on the city that cleans up the streets, or whatever they call, whatever their title is. But how many people in the city know of any police besides the sergeant that been on the force for over 30 years and who don't do a doggone thing for the black community? How many other blacks y'all seen on there? You see, that's why blacks is studied getting killed by other blacks. We got poor representation. You see, to some people, it don't make no difference. It's just another black killed until you have to go sit with your mother or your auntie or your cousin or your grandmother, figuring out how we gonna pay those funeral bills. You see, some of these funeral homes is so ridiculous, they might as well put a gun to your head and rob you with some of the prices they want to charge you to put your loved ones to rest. Let's take a look here in Charleston, Missouri, the two funeral homes here, one black and one white. Can anybody show me what any one of them with all these bodies that they getting and all these high prices that they charging, and I don't care who don't like it? Can you show me anything that they doing in the community of Charleston, Missouri, or in the black community, period? You know, good morning, everybody. Good blessed morning, everybody. You know, y'all, a lot of people tell me I need to be quiet, but I can't be quiet. You see what I'm saying? I was quiet long enough, somewhat, when my dad was ill. But you know, somebody got to speak up. Imagine if Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, Harriet Tubman. Imagine if they was being silent, y'all, how far behind we would be. We wouldn't be on the back seat of the buses. We'd be riding on the back of the bus. I'm talking about on the outside of the bus. And if they had public transportation down here in Charleston, Missouri, sadly to say, it'll be a lot of them riding on the back of the bus or standing up, even though they paid the same pay. But y'all, let's try to hope and pray that won't be as much as violence. Hope that we can just stop the violence. I'm praying for all those that's sick. I'm looking at some of my social internet friends, and some of them is ill. They asking for prayer. Y'all search them things. Search just like that man going down the thing, you know, and y'all can see that thing is new. But let me show you this here. That truck, that street sweeper is new. If you look, we only got one black. Now listen to this here. Listen to it real good now. We only got one black police or sergeant on the Charleston, Missouri Police Department here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. Now check this here out. The chief of police got a brand new SUV. The captain got a brand new SUV. The former detective, which he's gone, he was smart. He left and went to the State Highway Patrol. Maybe he'll come back and arrest the chief of police and some of them other people in City Hall and the courthouse and other places. You know, the state police got that authority with the feds. But here it is, the chief and everybody else, all these other new cars. The black sergeant is riding around in a hand-me-down SUV, and he proud of it. A hand-me-down SUV that the city captain used to have some years ago, and he gave it to the sergeant. Not too long ago, it was broke down. As naturally it's going to break down. His is probably older than my Suburban here. My Suburban, his is a Ford. My Suburban is a 2006, and I bet you that I'd run that thing that he got. If he had me on a high-speed chase in that or in my Crown Vic, I guarantee you he couldn't catch me. Sadly to say, with some of the education of some of these police, if he did call me, he probably couldn't even write the ticket. I would have to write it. Let me stop. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But my main thing today, y'all, is just saying, let's pray for each other, y'all. Everybody that's black ain't on your team. All you got to do is just take a look around. Like, again, I'm going to say it again, during the voting time, Obama and the rest of them, he came all the way from that 17.6 or $5 million home he live in, him and his family in Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts. He came there to have you to vote for Biden. But he ain't gonna leave from over there, you see what I'm saying, to tell you let's stop that black on black crime. Some of y'all don't like that. I don't care if you don't like it or not. You see, some of my family and friends is being out here killed, and Obama don't give a doggone care about them. Michelle don't either. I don't care who like them. We got to just stay real now. Doing slavery, that was blacks helping these white folks put us on that Mayflower. Well, when we got over here, that was blacks inside of the house telling when the slaves in the fields was resting. That's why Malcolm X separated them, the house Negroes and the field Negroes. He said when the master got sick, the house Negro said, our master is sick. We got to call the doctor. When the doctor is coming en route and he come through the field, they'll ask the house Negroes which way to the house for the master. It'll actually be due east, but they'll send them due west. Do you think they care about a man that's got them out in this field, whipping them, raping their kids, separating and selling them? But that house Negro, he thinking the master love him. Somebody better wake up and listen to what I'm saying before it repeat itself. Those house Negroes, not everybody in the house was a house Negro. They wasn't sellouts. But I tell you, 700 Elm Street here in Charleston, Missouri, or 700 Cy Williams Avenue, it's got a building full of house Negroes, men, women, old and young. But let me tell you this here, that house Negro, the sellout one, the master had him thinking that he really loved him. He tell the field Negroes, he come out there with his bowl full of pig ears, pig nails, pigtails, pig guts, saying the master love me. Look what he give me. He give me the best of food. But the master chopped that pig up. The master didn't want that. He wasn't going to give you a pork chop, even though I don't eat pork, period, nor beef. He wouldn't give you a pork chop from that pig. He gonna give you everything that he didn't want. You see what I'm saying? He'll give you everything he don't want, just like they do today. They gave that black sergeant, and he's proud of it. It should be outdated. Most police departments, they have the vehicles on the force for so long, and they get them out. Now look, they gave the garbage man got a brand new garbage. I mean, the street sweeper got a brand new street sweeper, and all you got to do, if I see that black sergeant, he was on yesterday. It's two of them, him and this white individual that was with him the day they laughed when them two Negroes was down here threatening me and harassing me. One of them is on the run for giving information to the feds on his same buddies, and the other one is facing life. But them two is still on the force, and they're a danger. That black sergeant and that white police officer, y'all know who the black sergeant is. You don't know who the white police officer is. I'm going to tell you who he is. And some of you black Negroes thinks he's a good person. Austin Henson, a military man, little bitty short white guy. I got paperwork where he lied for white folks at the Family Dollar when they accused my then 12-year-old, 13-year-old daughter of stealing her and her mother. And her mother hadn't lived in the state of Missouri since 2008, but 2013. And he wrote a report that he shouldn't even had to write it. His sergeant's supposed to wrote it, but he can't. But he lied on the paperwork, and I got it. He sat here and laughed with these Negroes when they was over here calling themselves intimidating me. But one thing that you noticed that they didn't do, they didn't come on the property. They had that much sense. Even though they're working with the feds, the feds probably told them. Now, Raymond Lewis Ivy will take your life if necessary. They told him that much, so they didn't come on the property. But let me tell you what Austin Henson told these people. And all you got to do is look at my YouTube video. Austin Henson told him, yeah, Raymond ain't used to nobody standing up to him. Then the black sergeant told him, yeah, I knew y'all was going to hand him some. Now, these is police officers supposed to come over here and serve and protect. But I don't need them to serve and protect me. They can't even protect themselves. Wait till the dust settle, and you see how much courage some of these ranking sheriff department people have when they had that shootout in Wilson City or Wyatt a few years ago when Corey Hudson was the sheriff. When they left one of their own men back, when the white guy got to shooting, they left an injured man back running. Wait till y'all see the video. I'm going to come out with it real soon. And let me show you how these sheriff deputies ran and abandoned him. Military men now ran and left him. But yet, In May of 2017, a bunch of these coward sheriffs in Charleston, Missouri Police Departments, a police officer here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, killed a 28-year-old mentally ill black man in the Mississippi County Sheriff Detention Center here in Charleston, Missouri. But yet they running when somebody's shooting at them. And y'all wondering why I tell these people if they ain't got a warrant, don't come on my property because I'll treat you just like I'll treat anybody else that's a thief and a robber. I'm going to leave it right now, but y'all wake up. Y'all stop killing each other. Y'all stop thinking some of these people that's your blood family and your friends thinking that they really care about you. Y'all wake up, some of these individuals that y'all senators, some of your former presidents, you think they care about you. Where they at when they kill blacks, study killing blacks? They ain't nowhere around. They living good while y'all eating pork and beans and cornbread. They eating steak and eggs. I'm gonna leave on up out of here, y'all. This is how black folks' streets should be. Not just clean. It should be clear of all this violence, y'all. We are army ourselves. Good blessed morning to all of y'all, all of my Muslim brothers and sisters all around the world. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of God be with you. All my Christian brothers and sisters, let's pray. Let's unite. Let's form what we had formed in the penitentiary when I was in there. We had the CIA. Some people thought that was the Central Intelligence Agency, but that was Christian in actions. We had the MIA. Some people thought that was the military mission in action, but that was Muslims in action. Let's unite as one, y'all. You see what I'm saying? When we're in the black neighborhood, they call us animals when we're killing each other. When Muslims trying to travel from one state to another, when they had their garment on, they call them domestic terrorists. But look who doing all this killing, y'all. We didn't go over to Syria. What is they doing over to Syria, in Syria, that the United States gonna recently go over there and bomb them, that the Ku Klux Klan ain't doing right over here in the United States, been doing to us ever since the Civil War. Wake up, somebody. I ain't guaranteed to keep on talking, y'all. God may shut me down. God may send me on home. But if he do, I want somebody to carry on. Peace be still.